Okay, so mistake number one, and this is an easy one. Everyone knows about it. Everyone speaks about it. Everybody says they don't do it, but a lot of people are still doing it, and that is... Hi, good people. It's your girl Sheena, and I'm back with another video. Today, our video is all about mistakes I made in the beginning of my lock journey. And when I say in the beginning, I am not talking about the first 6 months or anything like that. I'm talking year 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're just starting out with your locks, thinking about getting locks, this video is sure to boost your confidence and let you know you are not alone in some of the things you may be dealing with. Well, let's go ahead and get the most obvious one out the way, the one we all know about, the one we're all told about, the one we all know we should not do, but some of us continue to do it because either we think it'll be fine, we don't see anything wrong with it, and that is retwisting too often.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of us want the smooth roots, not a whole lot of fuzziness, not a whole lot of kinks and naps, but it can be harmful to your locks. And I started my locks like so long ago, so there was not a whole lot of information. I think the first time I saw someone, a female with locks up close, was my cousin, and they were absolutely beautiful. Other than that, I think at the time, Lauryn Hill was big. I know I'm telling my age. And she was absolutely stunning. So that's kind of what made me want to get locks. And once I started retwisting my hair, I chose to do this 2-strand twist because I just simply didn't know how to do comb coils. Really, that's the only reason why I did 2-strand twist for my locks. So I did the 2-strand twist, and in my mind, I see the roots coming in. I'm like, okay, so that's new growth. Okay, maybe. So every 2-3 weeks, your girl was kind of lightly twisting her roots, clipping it, and I had no issues. So I did that for maybe a month or 2, and then I started doing my retwist every 4 to 6 weeks. And I pretty much kept retwisting my hair every 6 weeks for several years. Typically, this is fine, but it depends on the type of hair you have. I have naturally thin or low density hair. So even though I was retwisting my hair a lot, I did not have any issues. Further down the line, as the years went by and medical issues come up, I could see some of the results of that. So yeah, retwisting a lot, certain hairstyles a lot, it may not be apparent in the beginning for some people, but a lot of times it will catch up with you. So let's just think about, why was I even feeling the need to retwist my hair? So, because that comes up too. At the time when I started my locks, I had just had my daughter, and I was in college, and I was about to do my clinical rotations. I was going to school for occupational therapy, and I was amongst a lot of people that did not have locks, you know. And then a lot of the black people around, they really didn't understand locks. Like, a lot of times they would walk by like,
Hey girl, I like your braids.
So my hair was the topic of conversation in a lot of my clinical settings. I don't feel anyone was intentionally trying to be disrespectful, but you know, people had questions, and not just white people, black people too. They wanted to know, like, what's your wash routine like? Which normally you're not gonna ask somebody how often they wash their hair, but you know, locks just bring that out of people. Like, do you wash your hair? Can you wash your hair? So I had to answer a lot of questions that I was still figuring out the answers for myself. And I was a bit self-conscious of how my hair looked in professional settings, especially in a setting where I'm still trying to become successful and graduate. Because, you know, when you're a student, an intern, you kind of have to, you feel like you have to take a lot. So why was I retwisting so much, or felt the need to? Because of the situations I was in, the settings I was in. Eventually that kind of went away as I, went on, graduated, started working, and I became more confident about my hair. Okay, so the second issue or mistake I made a lot was product. The products you put in your locks. So coming from being already natural, I was already a product junkie. If you went natural back in the day, and even today, you can become consumed with all of these natural hair products that you're trying to get to make a certain look or for your hair to look a certain way. So I was already addicted to trying different hair products just for when I was a loose natural. It was no different when I locked my hair. And forgive me, please don't throw stones at me, but I locked my hair with beeswax the first time. Yes, beeswax. That's what people were saying, to do 17 years ago, however long it was. So I did that, and then I noticed like the texture of my hair, the way it felt, it just didn't feel good. And it took me forever to wash that stuff out of my hair. So once I got that cleared out the way, then came along Jamaican mango and lime twisted gel. Yes, if you've been locked for a long time, that was one of the staples back in the day. It smelled great. And honestly, I did not have any buildup using that stuff. And I used it for so long. I think one of the keys to product use is how much product you're using as well. I used that locking gel, but it was the only locking gel that I used, and I wash my hair regularly. So it did not have time to sit up and just apply it. I noticed a lot of people, they may use locking gel and then they will use it again before they even washed it out the first time. So you're just asking for stuff to be caked on and built up. But you know better, you do better. They happen to change their formula, and I have several allergies, and so I did not respond well to the new formula they changed it to. So I've stopped using it, and I'm honestly still on the hunt for a product, and I'm looking more towards natural, aloe, some flaxseed, something like that. But regardless of what product I use, I don't use it so frequently that I'm not able to wash it out before I use it again, if that makes sense. So, one, watch the product that you're using and how often you're using it, and also find yourself a lock twin. It does not make sense to see someone with maybe fine hair and you have these huge thick locks, and you're assuming the product that they're using is going to look the same on your hair type. It's so much better when you find yourself a person that has the same or similar hair type as you, and you can kind of base how the products work for them, how it may work for you. Is it always going to be spot on? No, but it is so much better than going in blindly and going to the stores with all of these beautiful jars of product, and they look so much better than they used to look, and you just want to buy a shoe. It looks good sitting on your shelf. So um, that's what my suggestions are when it comes to the products you use in your hair. Okay, so the third mistake I made in my journey, and I think I stopped making this mistake the quickest out of all of them, is just my confidence. Confidence. A lot of times when you start your lock journey, you are looking to make sure you're doing things right. Even if you have a stylist, we can sit down in a loctician's chair, and when we get out, we're still going to be like, I don't know, am I doing it? Is this right? You're still looking to make sure your hair is doing what it's supposed to do. But when it comes to locks, keeping them clean, not using a lot of product, not retwisting often, they are going to give what they are supposed to give. So just be confident in your journey. And I'll never forget this day, I was sitting in my beautician's chair, and back then I kept it simple. I got like the little wrap Every now and then I get it dyed jet black, but other than that, that's how I got my hair done. So I'm sitting in my beautician's chair. I had seen my cousin with her locks, and I tell my beautician, I said, yeah, I'm thinking about going natural because I want to get locks. And I never forget what she said to me. She said, you know, natural is not for everyone, and neither are locks. So in my head, I knew that was going to be the last time I sat in her chair, because it's okay if you feel or have an opinion, but as your client, educate me and tell me why you feel that way. But she said it so matter of fact. She didn't even ask why I wanted to be natural, why I wanted locks, or if she even offered those services, which she didn't. I mean, obviously she was wrong, but that rubbed me the wrong way, and it kind of helped boost my confidence to just go ahead and start the journey versus waiting on someone else. So after that day, I knew I was going to go natural. I went natural. I got micro braids when I knew I wanted locks, and I just couldn't do it. I was not patient enough. And when I saw how the perm ends, I lost all confidence. So I put a perm back in my hair and I had to start over. I put a perm back in my hair, but I didn't go back to her. So once I started over the second time and I knew what to expect, when I saw that natural hair coming in, I didn't wait. I just had my husband cut my hair off, and I rocked a teeny tiny fro until my hair was long enough to put in 2-strand twists. And you know, wearing short hair or wearing natural hair when it is not the norm, it does give you a confidence that you probably did not have before. And walking into a room where there are not a lot of people that have natural hair or approve of locks does give you a type of confidence that you did not have before. So walking in a room with locks that are starter locks, I'm talking about confidence level up to here. Like, it's just different. So yes, it's a lock journey, but it's also a journey to show you how to truly trust the process. And I know y'all get tired of hearing it, because that's pretty much what you're doing. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I hope to do another video speaking more on, you know, like medical issues, other things that can cause issues with your locks that are not related to retwisting products or wash routine, you know, things that you kind of don't have a control over. So I just want to take the time to thank you guys so much. As of today, I hit 500 subscribers. I know to some that may not be a lot, but when I first started on YouTube, I really didn't know if I would get any videos like looked at. So thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate every like, every comment, every share, any questions. Like, it just truly keeps me going. It keeps me motivated. I've been on this journey for a while, so it's so nice reliving some of those early months and years through you guys. So again, thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video. As always, take care. It's a brown hair, cute face, solid graduate.